Welcome back to Cash Talks Football, where we break down all the goals scored in the Premier League and the FA Cup. And as I try to fix my camera, there we go. Well, yeah, Cash has found Twitter, and apparently lots of football, well, pretend football coaches post their things on Twitter, pretending they're good football coaches. This is going to be a fun series. We're going to break down. This is why football is so bad. They talk utter, complete nonsense, and then they go and teach it. And I'm going to show you both, because this guy posts all of how bad he is as a football coach in one, and he doesn't even catch it, right? So I'm going to play this little clip for you, and then I'm going to actually do a proper analysis on it and see if you can spot it, because I'm going to play a little bit and I'm going to pause it and you see if you can actually just listen to the words that this nonsense idiot says, right? Remember, I'm not just here to tear him down. I'm here to help him, make him become better football coaches, because he's kind of on the right tracks, but he's nowhere near it. So let's just have a little listen to what this guy says. Oh, but there's a little thing in there. The details are important. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Everything he says is wrong. What a shock.
Him having the ball in front of his hips. Look at the defender's body posture.
Look at the defender's body posture. Okay, this is going to be... Don't worry, I'm not going to start breaking it down yet. I'm going to play it all for you so you can make up your own opinion before I start destroying this clown.
The defender doesn't know where he's going, right?
The defender doesn't know where he's going. Right, that should be a red flag to you if he says that. What does that mean?
So then that allows him to fake to go one way, bam, bam.
That allows him to go there. Is that what allows him to go there? The defender not knowing where he's going has allowed him to go there. Is that what's happened? That isn't what's happened at all.
Now, the detail in how he does this chop is he cuts in, but if you see, it's not a hard chop like this with the inside of his foot. He shifted the ball and it's a touch inside.
Wow. So this happens a lot in football coaching. It's people want to be, they want to look clever and they want to teach skills and things, and because they never made it as a footballer or any level. And then they just start talking nonsense. Classic example.
And then he uses the same foot to then take his first touch to explode away from the defender.
Okay. That's a key point, that this guy doesn't know what he's talking about, to explode away from the defender. All right. Don't worry. We're going to break it down in a minute. He almost catches himself when he says that, by the way, because he pauses here and you can see the mind is going, because he knows what he said is wrong.
A lot of the time we'll cut inside and then shift with the other foot.
Shift with the other foot. That's him almost trying to explain. I know I should be saying something else. And why?
But if you see, he takes his cut inside, and then with that same foot, with his mechanics, he's able.
With his mechanics, right? He's showing you that he's doing it wrong. Oh well, we won't do the breakdown yet. He's explaining to you that he's telling you wrong with his mechanics.
To then explode away from the defender. So pay attention.
Exploding away from the defender.
It's left foot cut, left foot push, and then right foot to get away. Look. Left foot. And then it's that right foot to really push away. Do you guys see that?
Oh, then it's the right foot to really push away. Okay, so it's the right foot. All right, we'll start to do the breakdown. We'll just let it finish.
It's these small details.
These small details. And then he goes and teaches a bunch of kids about what a bad football coach he is. Okay, so you can see this tiny little screen here that we're working with. And from this, of course, I know exactly what's going on and exactly how to break it down. Right, so the defender is facing this way. He is facing, actually he's not, he's on the half turn. He's facing that way, okay? We can see that. From this tiny little thing here, I can see, and so can you, that there is space here and space here for the defender, right? We can see that straight away. The defender has to go, well, he doesn't have to go. He should just hold his shape, hold his position. If the defender steps towards him here, he opens up the space for the player to run over there. That's it. If the defender moves. So when this player first shifts the ball, let's just wait.
Him having the ball in front of his hips. Look at the defender's body posture. The defender doesn't.
This is a better thing, so I can actually see more of the TV screen. You can see exactly what I'm showing you. There's the space. That's where he wants to run into. So if you want to run that way, where do you go? You go that way first. You go that way. If the defender follows you, you run. If the defender doesn't follow you, maybe you keep running this way. But you can see the defender is not defending properly. The reason he is able to do this is because the defender is not defending correctly. That's it. The defender should just be basically stepping back a little bit here, and showing him the inside here, showing him the inside. Go on, mate, and waiting for him to come inside and then track him over here. That's what the defender should be doing, because if the defender steps towards him, he beats him down the line because this is where the space is. So the defender really doesn't want to move, doesn't want to react. Now, here's the point. He hasn't even noticed or explained this, because I'm going to show you this with some of his kids' coaching. So there's two factors here. You've got the visual IQ, the fact that you can see that happening, right? And the visual trigger. The visual trigger, as soon as that player walks towards him or picks a side to go to, the player's going to go to the other side. It's a reaction. It's a visual trigger. But it also needs the IQ to understand, well, the player's overcommitted to one side, so now I can use the skill to beat him. There's no point understanding how to do the skill if you don't know when to put the skill into the game. It's like, we're doing step overs. Look, it's a step over. Yeah, but when do I do it in the game? So the most important thing here is the visual IQ of when that defender steps, for him to be able to do whatever move he is to get away from the defender. That's the important part here. This defender making a mistake.
Where he's going, right? So then that allows him to go one way.
As soon as he's done that, look, can you see the defender's overstepped and given him massive space to go into here? Because the defender, for some reason, has moved over. We'll actually know why, right? And even from this little tiny detail, I can tell you why. So because whoever this is here, he's got the ball on this foot here, all right? So what's happened is the defender's come over to this side of him, and as he's come over to that side, he's shifted the ball to the other side to go away. But if you're not teaching the visual IQ of the defender getting the body position wrong and the shape, there's no point. You don't even need to do this chop. Simple Cruyff turn will do. Anything will do. The only important thing here is the defender's making a mistake. Doesn't even recognise it. Doesn't even open, say, well, this is the space that he wants to attack into. Doesn't talk about that because doesn't understand that. That would be complicated. But it's the details, right? It's the small details. Let's keep going.
Bang. Now.
Bang, bang. Right, so let's get on to his explode. Oh, God, this guy's... Yeah. We'll help him.
The detail in how he does this chop
is irrelevant, because the guy can't get to the ball, because whoever's on the ball is reacting to the movement, right? So when the defender does, because the defender shouldn't react. So football is real time, but a game of you get a go, I get a go. Think of it like that. So if he gets a go first, the defender does, right? Well, you can react to it. I get a go. And if my go's better than his go, well, I beat him. If the defender doesn't go, then you've got to go, because he's slowly walking towards you to tackle you. And then the defender can react to which way you're going, left or right, and then try to put in the tackle. But if the defender overreacts or pressures like he does here, it makes it easy for you. Boom, there we go. You can see my boom's gone away.
He cuts in.
Doesn't matter, because the defender's too far away from him and he can't tackle the ball.
But if you see, it's not a hard chop like this with the inside of his.
Because if it is, he'll lose the football.
Foot.
He'll let the defender tackle him, but we don't talk about that. That would be complicated.
He shifted the ball, and it's a touch inside. And then he uses the same foot to then take his first touch to explode away. Now, he can't explode away, right? It's just actually look at his... Because he talks about body mechanics, which he doesn't know anything about. Do you see how he crosses his legs when he's doing that? Which is the worst thing you can do, okay? Because you can't get any power when you're crossing your legs. From the defender. A lot of the time, we'll cut inside and then shift with the other foot.
Why do we shift with the other foot? Why? Do you say why? Because it's the details, remember? The reason is the power position. It's all about the bent knee, okay? So this is the knee, because you're going this way, you're exploding off this leg. You cannot explode off the back foot. It's the same problem most goalkeepers have in the Premier League nowadays, because they're jumping off their wrong leg, because they'll be like right-handed or right-footed, and they'll push off their right foot to go left, instead of pushing off their left foot to go left. You'll see it a lot on penalties as well. So his power position here on his knee, right? That's exactly, you can see it. He's kind of going, I've made a mistake. I did a coaching course once, and they told me about power position and body shape, and everything I'm saying is wrong.
But if you see, he takes his cut inside.
That's him. That stumble is him going,
And then with that same foot,
you cannot push off that back foot. With that same foot, he's tapping it.
With his mechanics, he's able to then explode.
How? No, he can't, because you're cross-legged. With his mechanics, he can't explode away. That's not how he gets away. He gets away because there's extra space there, because the defender has overstepped his mark. It has nothing to do with his mechanics of how he's chopped the ball with the inside of his foot. Absolute nonsense.
Away from the defender. So pay attention.
Pay
It's
attention.
left foot cut, left foot push.
Oh,
Then right foot to get away. Look.
Defender over pressures, opens up the space, and he can spear and run past him. Option A, the chop is the brilliant move that gets him around him. Option B, the defender's a moron, over-pressured him. He's seen it. He's recognised that. Because of that trigger, because he's got a good visual IQ, he's understood that and exploited the space that the defender's left. Chop. Defender, exploiting space. Chop. Yeah.
And then it's that right foot to really push away. Do you guys see that?
Then it's the right foot to really push away. Oh, you mean the power position thingy that he's doing? Yeah, because he knows a bit of coaching and he knows he should have said that. So if we go on to his little kiddies that he's coaching, at no point are any of these kids looking up. They're doing chops, right? Look, all they're doing now is look. They're all looking at the ball. They're doing chops. At no point is he teaching anything here, which is the only important thing, is the visual IQ or the visual trigger to understand when and where they can and cannot do this skill. This skill you can teach in about 5 seconds, maybe 10. And if they're really bad, 15. But this is the reason people don't do these skills, is because you're not giving it under pressure and letting them understand the trigger that enables them to do this in the first place. You're just teaching a chop and all the kids will go, yay, and all the parents go, yay. You want to know why we got bad football players? This is why. Look, and he keeps going to loads of little different thingies. Oh, by the way, do you see that at no point can he explode away? And if he did that, the other person would have tackled him. Why? Because he's close enough. Right? The reason he can't do that in that game is because the defender's not close enough. So that's the trigger. That's the thing you want to be teaching when you can and can't do that, because the defender is or isn't close enough. None of that. No. We're learning how to do choppy chops. Yay. With some bacon and eggs, maybe. No idea why, but apparently there's millions of these thingies on YouTube on the old Twitters to go through. There's a new Chelsea manager. He's got one on there, which I'm going to make fun of him as well, because he doesn't know what he's talking about. Yeah, and we'll all be here, and I'll see you next time on Cash Talks Football. Oh, how do I pause? I'm sorry, these are so funny.